everybody. So if you know a little bit about me, or anyway, so recently I was in South Korea for 2 weeks spring break, and I went to Jeju, Busan, Gwangju, Andong, Seoul, and Jeonju. So my two favorite places are GYEONJU and JEONJU. I'm not sure if you can read it from here. Okay. I don't know why it becomes like this. So Gwangju is GYEONJU. That is the place with the royal tombs. And Jeonju is the place with bibimbap. If you know Korean food, you should know what bibimbap is anyway. So the reason that I like those two places the most are Gwangju is like Kyoto of Korea. You have palaces. It's like, I don't know how to describe, but it's not like a city. Like Tokyo, things like that. It's not like a bustling city. It's more like a relaxed city. So yeah, it's very relaxed. And I was there during cherry blossom season, so it was awesome. The walk from the main street to the entrance, it's not a long walk, but it's a good walk enough under cherry blossom tree, so it's wonderful. And like when you're walking to the entrance, this is the main street, you're walking, right? To the entrances, to the small street over there. So you're here, this is the place with the royal tombs. So because back in the day in Korea, the wall is not as high, so you can kind of see what's on the other side of the wall. So you can see the tomb because the tombs are very high. So you can see the tomb, and you can see a little bit from inside, from outside. It's very cool. If you have seen some photos about Korea, you will understand what I'm talking about. The wall is not high, and there's a thing on the wall. It's not a brick, but it's that back in the day kind of special thing. I don't know how to call it, but the wall is not high. You can see the tomb from inside the wall coming out, and usually in the summer it would be green, but during spring it's gold. If you ever been to Southern California or California in general, the reason they call it the Golden State is because if you drive across California, you can see the golden kind of hilly mountain and things like that. So it's kind of like that with the color of California. That's why they call it the Golden State. And yeah, during cherry blossom season, the tomb, the grass and stuff is like golden. It's not green, so it's very beautiful. So you're walking on the cherry blossom tree. So it's pink, white, some pine trees, green, and then the grass over the tomb, it's golden. So the colors blend very well to each other. So it's just beautiful, right? And it's not like a bustling city or anything. It's very peaceful. It's beautiful. So if you come to Korea, definitely check out Gwangju. Okay, and the tip for Gwangju is, so there will be many temples and stuff. So try to stay near the train station, which is Gwangju Station. In Korea, it seems, I'm not sure, but it seems from what I've noticed, train station, they would say the name of that city and station. So Gwangju train station is Gwangju Station. But if it is the bus station, they will say bus terminal. So things like that. So try to stay near the station, the train station, because from there you can walk to many places like the royal tomb, the observatory, Wuji Palm, the museum, things like that. It's not a close walk, but if you're a traveler, you're a walking person, it's walking distance. It's definitely not a close walk, but once you're there, the whole area, you have few places within walking distance from the train station. So try to stay near the train station if you could. If not, if it's like if you have more money, if you stay near the royal tombs, is even better, because the royal tomb is there, observatory is there, water point is there, the museum is there, so you can really walk. It's really nice. The walking distance is very close. So that's that. I stay near the train station. My hostel was here, the train station was here, and the place is like over there. So it's about like 1 mile walking for me, and I don't mind walking 1 mile, so it's pretty good distance for me to walk. So definitely check out GYEONJU. And there are many places over there, but don't go to Sokram place things. It's not worth it. I don't know why Buddha is in a glass room, small room. It's not worth it. You can't even take photos. It's small room, and you gotta hike up way in the mountain and stuff to Buddha. It's not worth it. Definitely not go to Chokkaram thingy Buddha. Don't go to that Buddha place. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, you're wasting everything. Highly not recommended. So other Buddha is fine, but that Chokkaram Buddha is not, highly not recommended. It's near I'm really bad with that. Bokunsa Temple. Bokunsa Temple is beautiful. Yeah, definitely check it. But from Bokunsa Temple, Sokkaram thing, Buddha, not worth it. Don't go there. So that is my number one place is GYEONJU. GYEONJU with the royal tombs. Now the second place, my number two place, favorite place in Korea is JEONJU. 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 It's the bibimbap, birthplace of bibimbap. It's just like GYEONJU. It's a small place. It's not like bustling city, anything. I'm not that kind of person, that's why. And try to stay in the Hanok village when you're in JEONJU. The reason for that is because during the days, it's tourists everywhere. They're noisy, they're loud, they just, all kinds of stuff. But when late afternoon and during the night, if you stay in the village, you can just walk around the village, and during this time, tourists are gone. I mean, only a few of them are left, but it's not as busy. And now you can really take your time, walk around different paths, different streets, check it out, see different things and things like that. So when you stay in the Hanok village, you have more opportunity to discover the town, the village, in a way, when the night comes and stuff. So yeah, definitely try to do that. Of course, you gotta eat bibimbap over there. It's so good. It is so good. My most expensive meal I spent over there was $18 at a fancy restaurant, which is, $18 is not that expensive really, but that is the most that I paid when I was in Korea. $18 meal in a bibimbap restaurant. Not a bibimbap restaurant, but a nice restaurant, fancy restaurant and stuff. And I like bibimbap over there, really good. In another place, $10, which is not bad, but it was really good too. So anyway, so I ate bibimbap at two different places, two different restaurants. One is like average, and another one is like, a little high end and stuff. It was totally worth it. And Jeju Island, I don't know, I'm not really crazy about it. Busan, not really. Andong is pretty nice. Hanok village in Andong is pretty nice. But the difference between Hanok village in Andong and JEONJU is some houses in the Hanok village in Andong actually belong to some rich people. They buy the houses over there. So sometimes you can't really walk into the houses that you want to, because it's the private property. You cannot just walk in there. I didn't know that, so I just walked in a beautiful houses. I went there, and people are like, no, you gotta go out. Okay, I'm going now. So yeah, Hanok village in Andong is nice, but it's it's, I mean, it's nice too. Anyway, but I would prefer Jeonju better. But definitely check out Hanok Village if you go to Andong. So it's pretty nice too. So I'm not really crazy about Seoul. Like I said, I'm not a city person or anything. Um, yeah. So anyway, so in Seoul, I was in Tokyo. You know, Tokyo metro system is amazing. So Busan, their metro system is amazing too. Very easy to go. You know, if you know the station, you know, from A to B. I mean, you know, you're at A, you want to go to B. You just, it's color coded. You just follow the color. It also has name, number. So it's very easy. Very easy. So you just follow the color coded. You know, when you need to transfer and things like that. Really easy. I might do a video to teach you how to do that, maybe, if you want to learn. And yeah, metro system is amazing. So cheap. It's like so cheap. Japan is not cheap at all. You know, Shinkansen, if you take Shinkansen in Japan, 1 week, which is 7 days, ticket cost, I think it's like $275. You can go unlimited, obviously, within that week. And 2 weeks, I think it's 400 something. 2 weeks. There's something called the KTX in Korea. It's kind of Shinkansen like in Japan, but it's not worth it. Don't buy it. It's really, if you just take regular train and bus to go to places, it's so cheap. Subway, some place from one end to the other end, like one whole long trip, costs you $1. It's like 1,200 won, so it's like $1 for us here in America. Buses, sometimes like $1.50, no more than $1.50. But the thing is, distance doesn't matter. So you can go short, the same, you pay the same amount, or you go long, the same amount. I don't think it's the same like that in Japan. I don't think so. And you know, in Japan, Tokyo especially, you know, subway is all layers of different floors and stuff. The same with Korea. When I was in Itaewon, I gotta go 3 different floors up to get out from the ground, go to the ground, and you discover the city and stuff. Which means there are 4 floors down under the ground. Okay, 4 floors down under the ground. It's like a city in there. Amazing, cheap, love it. Go Korea, you're the best with public transportation. Bus system though, it is definitely not easy to figure out. Even locals have a hard time. They have to have their map, which is the naval map. You should definitely download it before you come to Korea, because I tried to do that in Korea and it didn't work. And then because I don't really have internet over there, so it's not really helping me anyway. So I always have to ask for local and stuff. Anyway, the bus system over there is it's not that easy because they don't have a map. Like when I was in Japan, when I was in Kyoto, there's a map for the bus. And again, it's color coded and number. So if you go from A to B, you know exactly how to go. You just follow the color coded and the number, you know where to go. But they don't have that in Korea. But again, if you have the map and if you have Wi-Fi, you got the internet, then you know what number for the bus to get on. The key for the bus though, if you have the T-Money card, so when you get on the bus, you tick like that. And then when you get off, make sure you tick that again, because if you don't, then they don't know where you get off. So you may lose your money. And when you transfer within 30 minutes, sometimes it's a little discount, sometimes it's even free. So that's very helpful. Cheap and then a little discount and then it could be free. Go Korea, they're the best. So yeah, those are the things that impressed me about Korea. Oh, food is so cheap too. I buy things left to right. I mean, it's $1, this $1, that $1, this $1, that was $2, blah, blah, blah. So the whole trip, 2 weeks, air ticket, hostel, food, souvenir, and everything cost me $2,000. Public transportation, I go from Busan to Gwangju, cost me $6. $6. From Seoul to Jeonju, cost me the highest, I think it's $13 or something like that. Definitely, I didn't pay more than $20 to go from one city to the other by bus. And it's around $3, I'm sorry, not $3, 3 hours bus. or train 2-3 hours, something like that. So if you get up early in the morning, then it's not that bad. I always try to go early so I have some more time to discover the city and stuff. So go Korea, you're the best. Better than Japan about that cheap public transportation. I don't know how they can do like that. But it's amazing. And there's no bumpy on the road or anything. In the US here we got, you know, manhole, dinosaur hole, elephant holes, all sort of holes on the street. It's so bumpy, it's horrible. There's no bumpy in Korea. I've been to so many cities and all over the, you know, cities and whatnot. Only one time I got kind of bumpy because it's really under construction, but it wasn't a long. It was just that section that I have under construction. That's why it's bumpy. Other than that, the whole city everywhere is smooth. They have 4 or 5 lanes, blah blah blah, whatever. But quality of the street over there are amazing. Go Korea. There you go. Just like the Japanese. And the Koreans, they're really in competition with the Japanese about kindness. And how do I know that? Because they've been helping me and all sorts of stuff. Some people, because I'm dumb, I don't know where I'm going, right? So I asked them, oh, I want to go here. And they literally walk with me to where I asked them, just like the Japanese. Just like many Japanese did that to me. But there's a little bit difference in the kindness of the Korean and the Japanese. I wouldn't call the Japanese are cold, but they're a little bit different. Like the Korean, if you watch Korean dramas, you know, the mothers, grandmother, they beat the grandchildren and things like that if they don't behave and stuff like that. And, you know, they're more like friendlier, or what would you say? It's more like casual and stuff. So I feel that when I ask them for direction, they just hold my arms and tell me, oh, go with me, like that. So even though we're a stranger, but they treat me like their friends or their family, like that. The Japanese, you know, they don't touch me or anything, which is fine. Of course, that's fine. You don't know them, you don't touch the people, you just lead them to where they go. But yes, they all very kind people. I never expect them to really walk with me to where I asked, but that's what they did. The Japanese and the Koreans. Oh, awesome. What else? Oh, air pollution though. Yeah. I can feel that within my body, because after 5 days staying there, I coughed so much. I got runny nose and all sorts of stuff. At night, I couldn't really sleep because I coughed so much. And you will say, oh, because it's cherry blossom, the pollen and whatnot, a new city. No, I was in Japan 2 weeks last year too, and Japan is way more crowded than Korea. I mean, the people, tourists over there is crazy. Too many people everywhere I go. But my body was fine when it was in Korea. I mean, in Japan, but in Korea, I can really tell my body doesn't like it. I mean, coughing so much, runny nose, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, and I couldn't really sleep a lot at night. And then because I want to see a lot, so I usually early in the morning I'm out. So I didn't really have enough sleep or even good sleep when I was in Korea. But I had a great time. Great time. Everywhere is beautiful. The people are so kind. The food is cheap. Public transportation is amazing. Cheap. Do bargain though. They do give you a little discount. Of course, it's not in department store, but like, you know, vendors and stuff do ask for a discount, like $4 for one thing. So 3 things, say okay, $10 instead of 12. Or, you know, I bought some stuff that I asked like that. So $8 for this, so 2 of them 15. So yeah, then they give me $1 discount, which is not much, but still, you know, you save $1. So it's nice. So if you don't buy at the department store, you buy from the vendors and stuff, ask for a little discount. Don't ask too much, you know, which I did because. So I like that sweater, and they asked for $60, and I'm like $50. They're like no, so I'm like okay, and then I move on, right? So because I mean, I think the quality of that $60 might be okay, but because I cannot afford that much, I don't make that much money, so I don't really spend much money on clothes and stuff. Jacket, I would go maybe $30. That's what I can afford. Clothes, you know, 20, something like that. So I do buy a shirt. It's $20, so that's what I can afford and stuff. So yeah, I wish I'm a little richer, so I can buy that jacket $60, but I didn't. But it's fine because I have jackets and stuff. But that jacket was really cute too. Yeah, what else? Anyway, so I didn't really know Korean, didn't really speak Korean, so it's mostly questions, you know. And 안녕하세요, 아저씨. 이거 Olympic Park. I always say some crazy things like that. So Atoshi, usually I ask a bus driver because I don't know where am I going. So Atoshi means Mister for Korean, for to ask a Mister. So Atoshi, 이거 Olympic Park. What I'm trying to say is, does it bus go to Olympic Park? And sometimes I will be thinking about, yeah. So I get on, and most of the time on the bus they have you know, the name in English and stuff, but some cities don't, like GYEONJU, it doesn't. So yeah, so definitely check with the bus driver, tell them where you're going, and they will let you know when to get off and stuff. So yeah, definitely. Love Korea, love Korea. We'll definitely go back. Anyway, that's what I have. Bye.